Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. And it is episode 17 of Project 2 of The Joy of Functional Game Dev. And here we are in GitHub. The tag is v0.16. The end of episode 16, start of episode 17. No changes in between episodes. Moving on. So, the next little thing, the next bit we want to do is we're definitely going to add something other than the boat. Perhaps storms, because we want to give ourselves some element of danger, maybe storms, sea monsters, whichever. But objects other than the boat, and so that's what we're going to go in for. But in order to do that, I have to rethink to a large extent about how we're doing this terrain. Well, how objects exist on map cells. Because it is I mean, it's all well and good for terrain because every single map cell, so every single cell location is going to have a terrain. But not all of them are going to have map objects. And as a matter of fact, where's a map object? Map objects are no longer going to be they're no longer going, let's call a storm. They're no longer going to be an enum. And the reason that they are no longer an enum is because I want to be able to put other information into them. And I probably will have to do something similar with map terrain as well. But let's start with map objects. So we have a boat. We're gonna have a storm. Let's make ourselves a storm. Let's find the bitmap. Let's find it. Project 2, content, and the bitmap. We're going to edit the bitmap. I don't want to edit it in that. I want to open with paint.net. Okay. And we're going to look at you right there. And let's take a look. And let's make sure. So this one is 16, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, and then 23. All right. Okay, so the storm has to be some manner of lightning all right. Just quick, I want to take a look at the Jolt logo. How does the Jolt logo looks like that? So I want that, but in smaller form. Pardon me, Jolt, as I borrow your graphic. Okay, so I want to look right at you. And like so. Let's just get, nope. Alright. Let's just Control-Shift-X, because that's all I care about. What size are we? We're at like 32 by 34. And we can make ourselves 32 by 32. we might just stand a chance at resizing it down to 8 by 8. And that's more or less. That's right. Sorry, dude. I'm cheating. Alright. So now I do need that. So I have to overwrite all these things. I think I will keep that. There we go. That doesn't look that great, does it? Direct kind of looks like the head of a heart. It kind of does. You take a look up there. Maybe. Maybe. Just gotta make sure we got black where we need black. So the color keying works right. And good. Alright. Close that out. Yes, we're gonna save it. Yeah, it looks like it does. It looks like a lightning bolt. I don't want to save that. Nope, don't save that. We're good. We stole the lightning bolt from Jolt. Oh yes, I would like to see that. Look at that. Alright. Now, where's the other bundle references? Object render cells. And this will also have to change before too long. So, alright, so it's going to be map object dot storm. F2. The foreground is going to be bright yellow. See, and this needs to be This is going to have to, instead of being a map, because we're going to have some data in there. Yeah. Equals function vote that, storm. So instead of this, it's object render cells X. Is that right? Sure enough is. So that's not so bad. Okay. So we got that, but now we also want, I need, this is the part where I don't much care. So I've got map cells, and all these things are, my world is not simply a cell map of map cells, unless I want to leave it the way it is for now. You know what? I'm not going to change it this time, because we already invested a bit. So let's close out for the visibility template and close out the island template. We don't need to see those anywhere. So I think we're going to leave it the way it is. And the way we look them up is just going to have to be the way we look them up. This has to be a... Where's my... Okay, so here's terrain. Visible. Set my object. Is there a different way? Original cell, original. Is there really another way to do this? I suppose I don't have to have these LEDs. I suppose I could take these things and put them in there. Get player location. This is the thing that bothers me the most, because there's a tripix that has to loop through all of them. There are 65,536 locations on the map at the moment, and it's gonna find the one with the boat. So also I need my boat information, I guess. And also this. So I want to find, okay. Alright, I've got objects. So when I create the world, I've got objects. Alright. Got world objects. How about generate world objects? We're going to do this. Generate world objects. We're going to have a some locations func, because I know we're going to need one. We're going to need a set terrain func. And we're going to need a random number. This I know. So will it allow me to, no. So just take that bad boy. My some locations func. And my set terrain func. And random. And give me a, what does it give me? This gives me a map of cell location. This will give me a cell map? Is that right? What's the name of you? Map cell. It's going to give me, so it's going to be a cell map cell. Okay. I also need to have, what do we call it here? So it's just called map. All right. We will borrow you from my list of parameters over here. Equals. Okay. And we will just return map at the moment. So update visible flag, set visible func. Do I need? One of the things that's for sure I need to do So I'm going to get rid of this. An update visible flag defines a player location. Alright. It's going to take a list. Okay, let's have a let world objects equal. We call it a map object dot boat. There's one boat. Let's do this. One and map object dot storm. Let's say we have to generate 10 of those. So I've got my world objects. I'm going to generate one boat. I'm going to generate 10 storms. And so. And then naturally world objects. World objects, and we're going to list.fold. Fun map. Object count. It's going to return the map. Hold fun map. Given a list. This is map object int. What don't you like? Oh, and then map is the starting point. So it takes map, sends a map in there, and does all that jazz. Okay. Now I got my count. Then there was a function. It was seek.collect that I wanted. Could be thinking it wrong. Negation sequence dagger. Collect yield x yield y. Not really sure. I think this is what I want. But in any case, all right. So if I take so I need one dot count sequence dot map 1e object. So really, in the end, all these clever ways, it's a for I in one. I just have to look up the for loop. I never use it. F sharp 4. For 2. 4 2 2. All right. Equal 1 2 count 2 yield object. This is map object list. And then I want to generate random values, but I want to make certain that they are unique. And in order to do that, so what I need to generate. Oh, I don't want that either. Okay. Yep, we're going nuts. We're going crazy. So I've got world objects. And what I want to do, ultimately we are going to return map. Let all objects equal, so I've got world objects. And I'm going to sequence.map them to count for I equals 1 to count, do yield obj, and I want to do sequence.reduce, add to it. So all objects will be map object list. Alright. Could be a list.map, could be a list.reduce. So then all of these objects, I then need, there's a zip, isn't there? This is, yes, this is what I want to do. So sequence dot, is it sequence dot zip? I think I want to zip. So it's going to take, what is it you do? So, takes a sequence of T1, a sequence of T1 and T2, and makes a sequence of tuples. Okay, so now I need, this is going to need to be recursive. Let rec generate positions, generate locations. I'm going to need a world size or something, right? I need a world size. So I need a world size. I create the world. Where does it ever say what my world size is? I don't. Alright, generate the locations for a world size. How many do you need? Well, let's actually call it like random first. And a count, which is an int, which is going to give me a sequence of cell location. Or small seq. Okay. Or it could be a list. It doesn't. Let's go. Alright. You know what? It's going to be a set, actually. It's going to be a set. Alright. Alright. Is this going to work? Alright. Thinking. Do I really? Alright. I need, okay, I'm thinking imperatively where I just loop through and keep generating them until they don't collide anymore, but it doesn't really work that way. We'll make it a cell location list. And it's going to have to be just a generate location. Generate loc. So this requires me to have a list. Current list. It's cell location list. So if input.length is count, then input else. So in which case I can do a set here. Set. I think I might do this. I might wrap it up. Okay. Like count, not then input. Otherwise, where's the new location? Else input set add. Okay, world size dot something. World size row. Set dot their count. Turn the number of elements of the set. Same as size. Size. Is there a size? Count. Not that. Dot count. Dot count. So, if it is the right size, otherwise, input set add, and then we generate locations again. Generate locations, world size, random count, and send the input on down. So once we hit the number, then we're going to we will generate however many distinct let locations equal generate locations. I'm going to need the world size in here. And we're going to need the world size here. I don't know where that's locations. Where is that? Where are you from? What are you? Oh, that's kind of doing that. All right. Okay. Generate the world objects. It's going to be at the world size. So I know there's a world size. Is that right? There you are. This is a big mess. This is about as messy as it can be. All right. Generate the world object. So the locations are going to be generate the locations for the world size with the random all objects dot length, and I need to have a set that empty. So then the locations will be a set. All objects will be a, we'll do a seek dot append. That way they're a sequence. Oh, isn't that right? Reduce sequence dot append. Sequence dot append was the one I wanted. Sequence dot append. What does it take? It takes a sequence and a sequence and makes a sequence. So I should be able to reduce. Where's reduce? I can reduce, right? So reduce, I should take a T, and make the sequence T, and makes it, oh, makes a T. That's not, this is not exactly what we want. Because in world objects, maps that. Why don't you? That's a, I don't, oh, it's not a, huh. Oh, really makes it into a list. Alright. List dot reduce. You know what? Dot reduce. At. Alright. So it's a list. Okay. So then locations is a set. Set to sequence. And this is currently a list and a sequence of list. So you got all objects and locations. They're both sequences. Sequence of cell locations. And then sequence dot zip all objects. So it becomes a sequence of map objects to cell locations. Good enough. And then we are going to we're going to sequence dot fold fun map, and all objects are, so it's map, so it's an object and location. Going to yield a map. Going to start with map. So I just need these. All objects dot length. It's not length. Dot sequence dot count. Length. Whatever. All objects, which is a sequence of map objects. Sequence dot length. Okay. Generate all those. The set goes to a sequence. The sequence zips with all the objects. And then I want to set set object. I need my set object func. So I don't need a set terrain func. I need a set object func. Set terrain func. Set terrain func. Is there a set object func? Ugh. This is a killer. Oh, set terrain func and then set object func. Starting to seem like the wrong thing to do. And object func takes a map object. Alright. Takes its own, so set object func. And this also has to. Yeah, ugh. So is there a way? Can I do this? What I want to do. Because is this alright? This is turning into an unreadable mess. Now do I have to indent further? Or will this be okay? Don't know. I'm gonna keep doing this because it's a. No, it's not set terrain. Random map. Set the object func. I guess we're gonna set object func, which takes a location and an object. Does this work? So generate the world outside the fold. Should take. And we take the map. We add an object to it. Should this work? But we don't have. Oops, not set terrain func. Set object func. Okay. Open it again. My error list is it's like, hey, I don't know what you're talking about. And I think this is probably set object wrapped world size. Is there a set object wrapped? I don't think I had to make one, did I? Generate island. There's place island. Set object wrapped. So it's a location map object cell map. So it's there. So you should work. Oh, type mismatch. What do we say? Set object. So wait, set object wrapped. It's right here. Set object wrapped. World size. Am I missing something? What am I? It's an odd. Oh. It's got to be a map object option over here in down here in generate locations. Not generate locations. Object function. It's going to be map object option. Yeah. Object option. Alright. Alright. Can we build? Get built. Okay. Now in theory, I should get one boat. I should get one boat and 10 storms. Let's see what happens. Does anything happen? Does it explode? Oh, there we are. Can we find a lightning bolt anywhere? Be a lot easier if we didn't have all of this. I'd like to find the lightning bolt. Of course, I have no idea if our renderer is even capable of finding it. Still looking. Come on. How about we put like 100? How about we put like 100 and then maybe that'll do a little better. Generate it. Is it even going to? Is there any way of actually doing this or no? Let's actually check for rendering. Draw. Wait, nope, we have to. So map add render location. So what's render location? Where's that? Add render cell for map cell. Go to definition. If so object render cells X. Is there ever a time? Actually, let's, at least for the moment, just render everything. Okay, good. There's a lightning bolt. And I just ate the lightning bolt. And that's no good. But that's alright. Yeah, we could make, yeah, why don't we go ahead? Let's add a couple of, add a couple more things. Because over here on Trello, we had pirates, sea monsters, and merfolk. Let's make life more interesting. What do you say? Pirates we can easily do. Where all my look? Where is it? Okay. So 100 storms. Sure. There. Monsters. Merfolk. Alright. Boat. Storm. Pirate. Sea monster. Merfolk. So, dot pirate. Dot sea monster. Dot merfolk. 50 sea monsters. Oh, 25 sea monsters. We'll have 50 merfolk. We'll have 100 pirates. And we'll have 200 storms. And pretty soon we'll have all these things moving. And then what happens when these things happen to you? Then really these have to become functions, because these are going to have stats associated with them. Alright. I'm going to need my render cells. 1, 2, 3. That's going to be a pirate. It's going to be merfolk. And what's the other one? The other one is a sea monster. So, pirate will be the same as boat. But his render color will be black. Merfolk will be F3, and sea monsters will be F4. The merfolk, I will make them a lovely we got some green. We got yellow. I don't think I want red or anything. We'll make them just regular. Let's make them magenta. And these guys will be dark gray. The sea monsters will be dark gray. And I'm not going to bother drawing the image for them. They can just be whatever character there is. So that'll be merfolk. Well, that's a pirate. That'll be merfolk. That'll be a sea monster. Actually, that's not a bad sea monster. now that I think about it. Although this isn't so bad for one of them. Actually, but let's put that as the one of these two is the merfolk. So we'll put number 0, 1, 2. So we'll make character 2 be merfolk, because they'll be little friendly guys. And we'll make this one. So it's E 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, B. So EB for the where did it go? What am I on? Map cell? No. Game state? Yeah. So it's going to be EB. Where focus 02. So now we're going to have some stuff we can run into. Look, it's a friendly merfolk. I think they should be friendly. There's a storm, another storm. So now there's a populated world, but these guys all need to move. And so that's going to be that's going to have to be for next time, because right now we're out of time, but I feel like we've accomplished actually quite a bit today. Thanks for coming along with me on this journey, and as always, keep the joy of functional game dev in your heart. See you next time.